Reason number one is you can't stay off of corn, right? That builds social anxiety. That gives you moments that aren't even real. And I understand it, Young King. I understand it, Chosen One. I understand it, Reflection. You want to know why I understand it? Because that was a lot of kids. And my first sexual experience, it wasn't something real, right? And that gives you fear. That gives you literally a shriveled up feeling when you're in person, right? And it's difficult, right? But listen, when you don't focus on NoFap, you'll succeed in NoFap. That's what you need to understand. Right? You struggle talking to girls because you're too worried about what's going to go wrong. Right? Listen, semen retention, NoFap. Come outside, get your feet in the grass. Sit with your thoughts, pray, meditate, do what you do. But you struggle talking to girls because you're too focused on what's going to go wrong. It's your boy, Dev. I advocate for mental, physical, and spiritual health. I'm closing in on 1 minute in this video. Thank you if you're still here. You struggle talking to girls, like I said. What I don't like is people say the worst thing she can do is say no. That's fearful. No, it's fearful. Reason number two, you're too caught up on who you're trying to be. Listen, there's already a LeBron James, there's already a Magic Johnson, there's already a Tragic Bronson, there's already a JaVale McGee, there's already a Steph Curry, there's already a Kevin Durant, there's already a Tom Brady, there's already a James Brown, rest his soul, you feel me? All I'm saying is you're fighting too hard to be someone you're not, right? So you're trying to dress a certain way, you're trying to move a certain way, you're trying to talk, you're trying to walk a certain way. Be yourself. There's already John Doe. There's already an NBA Youngboy. There's already a Playboy Cardi, you feel me? Stop, and that's another thing, right? The youth is distracted by the music industry and these industries that push out whatever they push out. So they're portraying an image that they're not even. So what are you doing, right? Whether it's content creation, whether it's you want to get a girl, you want to do this, you want to do that, be yourself. Really understand that. Right? Being yourself, being the authentic version of you is going to attract the authentic people, right? Now, if you're being someone you're not, you're going to try to get the girls that aren't even your speed. You're going to try to get the friends that aren't even your speed. And it's all going to go wrong for you. You end up being in the wrong position to begin with. Thank you if you're still here. Like I said, it's your boy, Dev. I advocate for mental, physical, and spiritual health. We're going to go 10 minutes, right? Keep watching. Reason number three, and the final reason, this is going to be the longest reason, is you're afraid, right? This kind of goes hand in hand with reason number one. When it comes to social anxiety and when you dealing with that sexual experience that you experienced, right? That wasn't real. So that's what you keep reverting back to. Obviously fast from that and never go back to that. Easier said than done, right? But you're afraid. And the advice I don't like is all she can do is say no, because like I said, that's frightening. But to build your confidence, you have to try, right? So continue to try. What are you afraid for, right? Listen, be respectful. You might not be a respectful young man. You might be older than me and you might not be respectful, right? Listen, women younger than me, older than me, way older than me, you have to be respectful. You can't come off rude. You can't come off a certain way, right? Regardless if you in the hood, this or that. Nah, you can't be that way. That's never going to go right. Now, you can get a woman, you can pull a woman, you can attract a woman acting that way, but it's always going to end in violence, domestic something, domestic this, domestic that, right? Or it's going to end in arguments. Regardless if that works for you, you probably have toxic relationships. Let's be honest, right? So being afraid, that goes hand in hand with your confidence. And back to reason one, reason three, stop being afraid. Right now, the worst you can do is say no. Is kind of bad advice because you don't want to hear no. But when you hear that no, okay, keep your confidence up. She wasn't for you anyway. So that's the reason you shouldn't be afraid, because if she says no, she wasn't for you anyway, right? Keep your head on straight, stay level-headed. Keep your head up, young king. Listen, you struggle to talk to girls because of those three reasons. Now, there's corn, the internet problem, the hub, whatever you want to call it. That's been damaging the youth for as long as it's been out, and it's going to continue to. Listen, you're paying with your soul, right? That makes you weaker around people. That makes you weaker around these females that you want to attract, but you can't, right? You need to step aside from that. You need to leave that in the past, right? That was something that all young men have probably went through, and we need to leave it behind us, right? It's slowing you down mentally, physically, spiritually. You're weaker in every aspect of life because of it. I'm going to go back to that, but being yourself. Why are you trying to be someone you're not? Dress how you dress. You're going to attract who you attract, right? Talk how you talk. You're going to attract who's talking that way, right? Who resonates with the way you talk, right? Listen, being afraid, like I said, The worst she can say is no is frightening. Her saying no, rejection is frightening. That could put you in a depressive state. But let me tell you something, like I said, if she rejects you, she wasn't for you. Y'all weren't a match anyway, right? But the more and more you go and talk to girls, young women, however old you may be, the more and more experienced you'll become, right? The more and more you'll see you need to be respectful, you need to be this, you need to be that, and it'll all come together for you. Back to corn. It manipulates the mind. You keep chasing this dopamine, it's not real. Like I said, it's gonna cook you, it's going to kill you, right? It's gonna be harder to be yourself if you're continuously running back to these sites, right? It's free because you're paying with your soul. Think about it. Food isn't free, even though it should be because fruit grows out the ground, but that's a different topic for a different day. You have to pay for food. You have to pay for health care. You have to pay for health items. You have to pay for things to wash your hair, right? Now, the phone isn't free itself. The Wi-Fi isn't free itself, but you can go to these sites for free. Right, really think about that. I advocate for mental, physical, and spiritual health. As you can see, where am I at? I'm in nature. Come outside in this nature, get a true piece of true peace. That's what nature is, and I advocate for that all the time. Right, come outside, sit with your thoughts, pray, meditate, do what you do. I don't push any religious or spiritual beliefs on anyone. So do what you do what resonates with you, do what works for you. I need my hair done, so chill off the kid. Get my hair done soon. You struggle talking to girls because you aren't being yourself. Because you can't get off of these websites, right? Because you're trying to be someone you're not. Because you're afraid of rejection, and that's okay, but listen, rejection is only gonna do so much. Right? It shouldn't put you in a depressive state, but if it puts you in a depressive state, there's ways to get out of that depressive state. You have to keep being yourself. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. The wind is blowing like crazy. I think I'm going to try to get to 10 minutes, but whatever I got to, thank you for coming at all. Right? No diddy. Whoever showed up, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I'm closing in on 700 subs. All right, so, and I ain't doing it. I haven't made a single dime off of any video, right? I haven't reached monetization yet. That's not what I'm doing it for. Of course, I want to reach monetization. I want to see how far I can go. Because in any aspect and facet of life, you should be trying to reach the highest heights. Organically, though. Organically. Let's not leave that part out. But like I said, that was the recap, right? I talked about you needing to stay off corn. The hub, right? Being yourself. Dealing with rejection and being afraid, that's okay, young man. It's going to happen. Become more experienced in interactions with women, right? In person, right? Because that sexual experience, you keep chasing that dopamine effect that isn't real. You need to reprogram, rewire your mind. That's how deep it really gets. I'm closing in on 700 subs, like I said, so thank you guys for that. But listen, it's your boy Dev. I advocate for mental, physical, and spiritual health. And thank you for watching today. I'm signing out.
Already know I'm with my guy Devin. Shout out to my guy Dev. He the journalist. Fuck everybody. He the